gonna take a little bit of time to do that. Not because we don't have the gear. We're just kind of waiting to hear back from XYO themselves. I'm not gonna lie. Most people have been complaining about the product. We're trying to figure out exactly how, what, where, when, and why.
All those words.
All of them. Because it's just, it's very basic. It's like just a little raspberry. And then
a
apart...
little raspberry.
Yeah, it's a little raspberry. And then apart from that, like the beepers make noises. And then the things go off and off, on and offline, like continuously. I think that's like the most notifications I get to my phone a day is lost test, found test, lost, found, lost. I named my device test. I have the XYO tracker on, and it just loses and finds it like about
okay, all right,
17 times in a period of a minute.
That's
so
why I don't do tacos, because I don't even know how to even do this right now. That's crazy. I'm gonna try my best.
Okay, well, you hang in there. But anyways, we're gonna come around to that video hopefully in the near future, because definitely something that needs to be done. It is an important video to make. Only thing is, we're trying to figure out exactly what to do about it, because we do want to show you guys all the perks and the works of how the actual product works, rather than kind of just being on square one like everyone else. So we're gonna get together with XYO, see what we can do about that. I know they are still in the developmental stages. That's the first thing you see when you download the app. Actually, it says that this is a developmental app. They are still developing the product. So they are working out the ninks and kinks. So, kind of just hang in there. There's been sideways reviews, kind of like I said, but we'll figure it out. How's your taco?
It's hot.
What's it taste like?
Like schmeat.
Okay. All right. Well, in terms of crypto news this week, what do we got for us, Tim?
Woo. So, it's hot. It's a hot taco. So, January 3rd was Proof of Keys.
Yes, Proof of Keys.
So, there was an exchange in Singapore, Byte BTC, that apparently failed very bad. Some people think it might be an exit scam because it was so bad.
Wow, that's horrible. An exit scam.
So in the days leading up to Proof of Keys, which again, if you're just joining us now, you're not familiar with what Proof of Keys is. We've talked about it here on the channel before. Essentially, Proof of Keys is or was an event that occurred on January 3rd, kind of like a run on the banks, but a run on the different crypto exchanges. And the point of it was so that you would take off your Bitcoin from those exchanges, and that would prove that they had it. And then if they weren't able to process your request, that would prove maybe that they didn't have it. So a number of exchanges had issues, obviously, but this one says that a fire happened in their data center where their main and backup servers were. Why one fire could get to both your main and your backup servers, I don't know. But that happened, apparently. And so some people, like this guy said he lost 2 Bitcoin.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on here. People saying that it's been more than 24 hours. Person saying their entire account is missing.
Oh my god, no.
This person can't access their account, still unable to log in. This person said, I will sue the legal authorities. I don't even know what that means. He tried, though.
That's so funny.
So it looks like CCN actually wrote the exchange and didn't get a response back. So, yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on how they failed miserably?
I mean, man, they shouldn't have saw us coming. One, I'm sorry, was there really a fire, though? Like, do they report? Aren't they supposed to, like, do they do that in Singapore where they're supposed to report that? I know here in America, like,
I don't know.
if there's a fire.
Why don't you look into that?
That's strange. I'm eating my taco. So good. I like it. But I feel like that's something that should be reported, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I think if it was a thing, it probably would have pulled up by now. Somebody probably would have caught it, but That's
unless they contain it themselves, you don't. Like if your oven goes on fire and like you put it out with the fire extinguisher, like you don't call the fire department.
Right, but both your main and back, like it must have been a decently sized fire if both your main and backup server got burned out.
Or maybe it was an appropriately sized fire, just the right size.
That your main and your back, like, are they next to each other?
Just the right size.
What's the purpose of having a, like, do people usually put their main and backup servers next to each other?
No. Ours are in different states. What do you mean?
Well, then, I mean, what sense is that? Doesn't make sense, then.
None of our servers are here at all. Like, they're in different states.
Then that doesn't make sense.
I know that. You don't gotta tell me that. I know that.
That literally does not make sense.
Listen, I'm with you. However, according to the Singaporean officials,
they said that there was a fire.
I don't know. I made that up.
Oh,
I made that part up. I just want to eat this taco. Get it over with.
Man, okay. Well, let's see.
So, here's another reason why people thought...
it's been used by scam exchanges. Something that's okay, so that's happened before.
So, no, the specific thing that they... All right, so if you look here, it says the price of Bitcoin on that day was $42.83 when really the price was like around 4,000.
Uh-huh.
So, it's kind of like you weren't able to withdraw, but deposits were fine. So doesn't it look like, oh, arbitrage, I'm just going to deposit it here after buying it on Coinbase for 38 or whatever. And then you deposit your Bitcoin, you can't get it back.
Right, but how does someone's account go missing?
The same way that I could delete people's accounts if I really wanted to. I'm the webmaster. I could do that.
That's true.
I wouldn't do that because that would be stupid for business. But, I mean, like, if I wanted to.
Oh, man, that's crazy, though.
Anyone can. Your account's not on the blockchain. Your coins are.
That's true. Oh, man. Should we make a thing where you can, like, put your accounts on the blockchain? So if someone deletes it, you can see who deleted it?
So, what you're talking about is a decentralized exchange. Those already exist.
And you can see, like, if your account... Okay, so on decentralized exchange, you can... Oh, true. Okay, true. True story. I mean, like, accounts in general. But, interesting. So, let me see if that's a... If that's a thing. If they can report fires. So, do you... have to report a fire, or does a fire department report fires? Because if they did report it, then you can find it.
All right, I tried my best.
So if anybody fire report inspection, okay, so that's here in the U.S.
That's warm. That is a warm taco.
So everything, yeah. So it doesn't look like they report that stuff in Singapore because everything I've pulled up about like fire inspection, is from the U.S. unfortunately, and just stuff from fire hazards. So, yeah, it doesn't look like that's something we can pull up then. Unfortunately. Well, so, I mean, honestly, if that's something that did happen, that's a very unfortunate situation, and they should have some way of restoring these people. Like, do they not have a method of restoring these quote-unquote missing accounts or quote-unquote missing this, that, and the third? Like, is there not regulation in Singapore? Like, I'm sure they have to face authorities if they really slip up that bad.
Crypto's not really regulated like that, though.
Not that crypto is regulated, but you know here where if you just decide to, like, you know, be a Ponzi scheme or this, that, and the third, like, you know, slap on the wrist, we're coming after you kind of thing. So do they also do that? Is that a thing in Singapore?
I don't know, because if you were to do this in the United States, as long as you don't hold custody of the coins, you're not actually a financial services business. So...
True.
No one would really come after you. How's your
So they do have a regulatory framework, it looks like.
How's your watered down alcohol or your alcohol up water?
It's not bad. I don't mind it.
Would you call it watered down alcohol or alcohol up water?
What? It's alcohol water made with coconut water.
Oh God, I burped. I'm so sorry.
Anyways, yeah. So it looks like they have a framework.
$4, not bad.
For regulations. But there's nothing initial. Oh, they have finalized something actually.
What is it?
Okay, so let's take a look here. So yeah, because I'm wondering if these guys are gonna, because that's not cool. Okay, so MAS, which is a monetary authority of Singapore, the country's central bank, announced on Monday that it has finalized new regulatory framework for payment services. Okay, so that's for payment services. Do they have regulatory framework for other things? Maybe. Okay, so it looks like you would have to have licenses if you're payment services and things like that, but it doesn't say anything regarding exchanges. Either a money changer. I mean, I guess are you considered a money changer when you're a exchange? Do you fall under that?
Depends on if you're centralized or decentralized. Depends on who has custody of the funds being exchanged. If it goes from me to you, then no. But if it goes from me to the exchange to you, then yes. In the U.S. at least.
Yeah, so it looks like what they have really is a framework for monetary exchanging funds, and then they also have something going for ICOs. But they don't really have anything outside of that. So some of these people actually may be out of luck when it comes to this. Man, wow. That really sucks. So making a run on the bank didn't work so well for some people, unfortunately.
Or you could look at it this way. We're shaking out some of the... What's a nice way to say not great? I'll probably just say not great. We're shaking out some of the not great exchanges.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That is a point. I guess we're shaking some of those loose now before we're on there later, and more people, could have possibly gotten effective and could have not withdrawn their
You got
currency.
That right. You got that right. So, here's another story. You know how I feel about the old ledger Rooney. But apparently this nifty, new, sophisticated, wonderful device is old now.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah, apparently it's old now.
Yeah, they have a Bluetooth version.
So they have a crazy, super cool version that just looks like so dope.
Oh, that's nice. So
look how dope that looks.
So it has that little button, is that a touchpad? Like, what is that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's cool though.
I don't know exactly how all of the stuff works. However,
man, they're upgrading like phones now.
Mm-hmm. So it's Bluetooth ready. It's called the Nano X. I'm assuming it's the same kind of form factor and size as this, except
has gone
some
mobile.
more refined edges. There's going to be an app.
An app.
So the Ledger Live app will pair with your phone. Ledger Live app will pair with the what's it called? Ledger. So it's pretty cool. The security is supposed to be better, and they apparently are not ready to commit for a price for the Nano X.
It looks like the S is currently at $69.99.
They're gonna drop the price of the S when the new one comes out. So that's cool too.
Is that what we got it for? $69.99?
No, we paid the $100.
Did we really? Huh. It's been a while since
the price went down like a few months after we got this one.
Huh.
And then it went down again for Black Friday. It was like half off or something like that. It was crazy.
Really?
It was super cheap. It was like
it was
$50.
Such a long time ago. I didn't remember how much we paid for it, but interesting. That's cool.
The screen is bigger, so I mean.
How do you pronounce that last name? Larceviche? What?
I don't think that you pronounce V's in French. I'm just kidding. I don't.
Larcheke? Like,
I have no idea.
L'archiquet said that Nano X
now
is a more advanced device.
So it has more memory, which is kind of one of my only gripes about the Ledger is whenever we have to like add a new coin.
Yeah, you have to delete the app, and
whatever.
yeah, that's the only thing that's not crazy about.
Aside from that, I don't really have any issues with I like the way it works. I like that it's kind of you have to push the buttons and do stuff. I like buttons. That make sound. But more memory means more apps, and the apps are what you actually run to access your different funds. So that makes sense. Larger touchscreen, I guess.
A larger touchscreen, so it's gonna be a touchscreen?
I think I lied. I don't think it's a touchscreen, but it's gonna have a larger screen though.
Yeah, because that's a little button. I'm assuming you probably move around with the button.
Now, I'm not sure if that's actually a button or if that's like how this thing is, where you can like switch which side you want your Ledger on. If I could switch this to the other side, it would be so much more convenient.
It didn't scroll back up because it didn't look like that. It looked like a little, you know how like the iPhones have that little circle at the bottom?
Yes.
That's what it looked like. Yeah, it's not like a...
But this looks just like this though. Like it's the same size and everything. And so like you would just be able to pop that onto that side, honestly.
So maybe, but that's, I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like it's.
They need to just let me design the all gold 24 karat ledger. You know what I mean, with the gold
24
chain.
24 karat ledger. That's funny.
With the gold chain, you know what I'm saying?
God. Okay. One of these days you can dip your nano ledger in gold, but that's cool. That's exciting. I hope so. Updating ledgers are cool. That's good for just about any purposes. You don't want to ever have outdated technology. Mm-hmm. My concern is, are they gonna update these things like iPads and phones? Like, are these things gonna?
So here's the thing.
A yearly drop or.
So. There's no way that they're gonna treat the Nano S, a wildly popular device, as something that like they're not gonna do it how they do iPhones. Like, oh, it's been 2 years, we're not gonna support it anymore. Cause like
probably not. That'd be wild. Yeah, no.
Crazy.
Probably not like that, but
I do like that they are coming out with new devices, new ways to connect with them. You know, there's not a mobile app right now, so having a mobile app that makes sense to me. So I'm excited for that. The future seems really cool. So yeah, that's kind of that about ledgers. Obviously they did say that they're going to drop the price, but now is as good a time as any to buy a ledger. The link is in the description if you so choose to want to purchase one.
So this is a fun fact. So remember how we talked about how Fortnite took Monero? Mm-hmm. That was a mistake.
What do you mean?
They didn't know it was on there.
What are you saying to me?
So they, when I found that out, I was like, you're lying. So what happened was that, see, it was a mistake. And they actually removed it because, so they liked it because people were actually paying in Monero. However, they're scared to have it on there because of all the fraud and things like that.
So why would you go with Monero, the one that's supposed to be?
So they didn't know it was on there. So
the way
it happened, apparently, quote unquote, was that they found out because of all the news that people were like posting that, hey, Fortnite's taking Monero. So the company that they went with to do like their merchandise processing, they accept Monero. Globy, I believe it. Yeah, Globy. They accept Monero and they automatically had it turned on. So when they made the website, it was automatically on there. Oh. And they didn't know until they saw all the news. Like, they were like, can you imagine being a merchant? You're like, what are you talking about? I accept what? What do you mean? And then going on your website, you're like, oh my God, that was there the whole time? Yeah, so it was basically an accident. And they're not taking it anymore because of, like I said, like fraud and things like that. They're scared about it.
That's crazy.
But oh my gosh, that is funny.
That's really funny.
That is. When I saw that, I was like, "What do you mean it was on there?" Because it's been on there for a minute now. It's been on there for at least a week. So he was excited that people were paying in Monero, but at the same time, just because of all the, I don't want to say issues, but reputation that some cryptocurrencies have right now, he just didn't want it turned on, obviously, so he had it turned off. But yeah, that's a whole thing. So that was interesting.
I wonder what that did for the price of Monero. I know a place we can check. Let's see.
That's a good question, because when they came out, probably I want to say like a week ago. So between probably now and like the past weekend, I guess. Because I mean, the market, if I'm not mistaken, most things made double digits today, from what I heard. Well, some. It doesn't look like all of them.
I always just go right to bitsandtokens.com whenever I want to see the prices of all the coins. All the ones I care about are on the bottom. We can add more if we get special requests.
It doesn't look like much things had double digits. It looks like very few things. Most of the things are in the single digits. Monero's up 8.62%.
Okay.
Most things are up right now, so I mean, I'm not surprised. But I thought that was interesting. I feel like maybe he should have left it on there. What do you think?
Well, I can understand, because as a large company, if there's going to be fraud, like, obviously you're going to be held accountable for it.
Right.
It's just kind of an unfortunate thing. But then, like,
it is unfortunate.
I don't know. Like, for what fraud, though? Like, I gave you money and you sent me a thing. Like, I don't, like, what
I
could
think
be...
it's the speculation around it. I don't think that it's like, hey, maybe... I think maybe they feel like they... Like, if you stole my Monero and I'm trying to come after you with my Monero, and now you gave it to Fortnite, and now you're saying, well, here's my transaction. Fortnite has your money. Sorry. Like, you know what I mean? So maybe it's like one of those things, or...
But how do you... Like, I don't understand. If this... Here's the thing. You're in the crypto world, right? And so if you lose your money, that's your fault, because you are your own bank.
That's true.
That's why we advocate for the Ledger Nano. You know what I mean? You have to plug it into the computer. You have to unlock it. You have to be on the app. You have to accept the transaction. Like, there's so many steps to it that, like, if you send someone your money or you give someone your private keys, like, you opted to do that. That was a choice that you made. And you went down the wrong rabbit hole for one reason or another. That has nothing to do with Fortnite or like Epic Games or anything. Like, that has nothing to do with that. So I don't understand how that could... Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, essentially no. Because in the real world, if you drop $30 and somebody stole your money, it would work the same exact way. So I mean,
don't drop your money. Why would you drop it? Keep it in your pocket.
It's oh man. Probably as well as. And I mean, I don't know why people would be buying Fortnite gear if you were like an exit scheme Ponzi scheme or one of those. Like, you probably wouldn't be on Fortnite buying gear anyways. So I mean, you have a point. You have a point where he might be scared, but at the same time, to like get caught up in that situation, but at the same time, not really, because it's just money. And I mean, if you really... Like, it's just strange. It's a strange situation. But I feel like we're kind of past this, in my opinion. I don't know. It's strange. I feel like maybe he should just kept it on there, kind of rolled with it, see how it made him in the long run. Because I feel like that kind of attracted people just by having that news.
I didn't care about Fortnite.
Me neither. But I mean, I feel like people would buy a shirt off it just to use their Monero, just for kind of like shits and giggles. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that probably gave them a good amount of traffic and traction. Mm-hmm. I wonder how their sales go over the next few days. Just out of curiosity. Because, I mean, personally, I wouldn't buy anything on there. But, like, just to, like, use maybe, like, my Monero, I'd see if it, like, worked or whatever. If that was me. But it is what it is. Hopefully companies kind of steer back into the gear, maybe later on in the year, maybe. I hope so, because more and more companies have been diverging from it, unfortunately. Mostly because of the price, not so much because of the risk, because the risk is not all that much, really. Because I remember when, who was it? I think it was Expedia that had it.
Overstock.
No, not Overstock. Expedia was accepting Bitcoin back in like June of last year, if I'm not mistaken. You could pay in Bitcoin, and then the reason they left it was a little bit not so much. What they always say is like, oh, it's a fraud, but honestly, it was a price. The price was going down at a substantial rate, and they felt like they.
I think that's what it is that Epic Games doesn't want the price to go down. Because they're used to how the price goes down slowly and you don't really feel it as bad.
Right. So I feel like that might be more of a, of a thing. But I mean, if that really concerns you, well, I mean, you can sell it. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know. I just feel like companies should probably just give it a chance.
Speaking of companies giving it a chance, when you said Expedia, it reminded me of this low-key commercial I'm about to do. We're not obviously sponsored by anyone at this point, but you mentioned Expedia, where you can like book hotel rooms and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is that website I was telling you about, Travala, where you can pay with like crypto.
Oh, cool.
So they have like all these different destinations. I mean, the search system is not like super great. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna search for Miami.
210 countries. That's not bad.
It's not.
82,000 destinations.
Really not. They do have a bunch of different destinations. So, not a super neat put together package all yet, but hotel prices not bad. You can pay in crypto. So I don't know exactly how the pay in crypto aspect works.
South Beach. Huh.
But yeah, they have. I mean, these are all the ones in Miami Beach. So the W, apparently you can pay in crypto. So I think that's pretty nifty. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. $1,000.
So I might take a crypto vacation one of these days when I'm not busy working, which is every day. So apparently never.
No, we'll get there. That's really cool, actually. And a lot of these hotels and locations are actually kind of local. They're not even, all that.
Well,
far.
I have this set on Miami Beach. They even have some.
Well, I'm sure there's, you can like look around. But it's just really interesting how you can, even like search for that kind of stuff. It's not even like too far off. Do they do well? They're in 210 countries, so I'm assuming they do foreign. If that's the case.
You can stay at the La Quina.
Oh, it's down the street. That's cool.
It's actually pronounced La Quinta, but I like to say La Quina.
No, stop.
Sounds like somebody's name when you say La Quina.
No.
La Quina.
You're silly. That's cool. That's neat. So can you buy flights on here?
I don't know. I know that you can.
That's cool. It says powered by blockchain. I like that.
I know that you can.
It says USC register or login. What does a USC button do?
It shows you the different currencies as well as whatever AVA is. What's AVA? I guess that's their thing. Can I buy that? Can I buy AVA coin? We're gonna find out.
I really like this water. I'm not gonna. At first, I tasted it and I wasn't crazy, but it's actually really good.
Is it? Is it as good as this Mississippi mud?
It's like hint water. Have you ever had hint water?
Hint?
Yeah, it's like it's not
say the word hint one more time.
Hint.
Okay, now you're saying hint.
Hint water. What?
I don't know. The first time, I don't know what's going on there.
Okay, so have you ever had hint water?
Hint water.
Yes.
Like a hint.
Yes.
Like a clue.
Yes.
No.
Or like a hint of something.
Like a clue of something.
Like no, like a small amount.
Like just a clue of it.
Sure. So that's kind of what it tastes like, with like a little bit of I guess you could say alcohol to it, like a little bitter, like just a very slight.
I guess you could say alcohol.
Slight bitterness. Not bitter, but like like an alcoholish taste.
How did we get here? When did we become alcoholic crypto
connoisseurs?
Hosts? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
This one has notes of hickory.
It's different. It's really cool. I don't know. It's neat. I'm just kind of excited for it.
So apparently, whoa, what? Total supply 15. Hold up. I'm trying to look up this. That can't be right. That's not correct.
That doesn't make sense.
Travala.
There's only 3 holders with 3 addresses?
That can't be the right one. But that's not it either.
That's strange.
It wasn't. There's no way that was the right one.
Yeah, it is AVA. You're right.
Yeah, their logo is just like a T.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that would make sense why there's little T. So
Dang, they went up 16.62% today. I'm not gonna lie, I might diversify into a little bit of AVA. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where to buy it.
I feel like I've heard of them. I feel like they're getting listed somewhere. I feel like I've heard of that.
Let's find out where they're listed, where the markets. Did you know you could do that? I don't really like CoinMarketCap anymore, but you can go to the markets section and it'll tell you exactly where they're listed. Get out of here, KuCoin. Nobody likes you.
Volume 46.13%. Wow.
So, I don't know. I think I might grab a couple of that, and then we'll just have like a little vacation fund.
I mean, which network are you, or which exchange are you going to get it off of?
Switch.io.
What if it was just on KuCoin?
It's not. It's on Switch.io.
I said, what if?
Then what if?
Oh,
what is Switch.io? What is this? Multi-chain DEX. Cool. The preferred exchange.
Interesting. I've never seen this one
now
before.
Available on Ethereum and Neo blockchain. That's cool.
Yeah, I think when the trading pairs, you could trade Ethereum and probably, I'm assuming the other one was Neo because there was 2 or 3 trading pairs. Interesting.
I don't know though. All these websites look the same to me. Like ours just uses like a material theme, but all like the crypto websites, they all seem like there's like one big block section, there's like big letters, big numbers, and like a picture that's like sideways.
They want you to
look. Here's the look sideways.
I feel like it's
no one comes straight at you anymore. It's everything's all
maybe
sideways now.
Maybe it's enticing like that. Maybe
it does feel very inviting. I want to click stuff.
Right. That's probably what it is. They want you to click things. They want you to look at it. They want you to learn. They want you to interact.
Oh, we should be their partners. Let's apply. Oh wait, no, that's not the thing. Okay.
Apply to list.
Listen, here's the thing about this Mississippi mud.
Apply.
Wow.
Did you say list supply? Is that what you said?
Mississippi?
No.
Mud?
Before you said that's not the thing. I think you said list supply.
I said apply to list. So.
Oh. So what do you do when you apply to the list? You
apply for your coin to be listed.
Oh, I see.
So let's say, for example, XYO, if they wanted to list on here, they would have to fill out all these things. And then...
Okay, so on this blockchain, you either have to have the Neo or Ethereum. Interesting.
For your coin to be accepted, it would need to be either ERC20 or NEP5, yes.
Huh. Cool. So I'm assuming they do none of the Bitcoin pairs, none of that. They just do the ERC and the NEPs. Okay, cool. Yep. So, I mean, I guess this works for people who, don't really care about any of the BTC pairs or just are interested in trading or expanding their horizons to other exchanges and things like that. Interesting. How long have they been around? There's just so many exchanges. Sometimes it's really hard to keep up with them.
We support the top like 25 exchanges. Like, I'm so sorry. If you need help with more than that, I can make it happen. But like, we support the top like 25 like to 30, 35 exchanges. Yeah. I don't remember exactly how many I added into the knowledge base with like all the pictures and all like stuff that you would need to get in there, but there's so many. There is so many.
And I feel like, and you're right, this run on the banks, technically run on the exchanges, probably helped shake a lot of those out and probably made some people doubt regarding their exchange, which is good. You're right. I feel like only the top exchanges should stand because my microphone kind of fell. Oops. There we go. It's kind of like
I should buy a new thing.
Supermarkets. It's like when you can't have Publix next to Walmart, next to Target, next to Kroger, next to major, like they just like, that's why there's different supermarkets on different sides of the region. Have you noticed that? There's a reason why you just can't have them all because they're gonna die out. They're just gonna die out. Like I remember Safeway. There was a Safeway that opened here in Oakland Park, Florida. Safeway is like, I think from the southeast up north, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. And there's one that opened here in Florida. I want to say it was there for a year before it shut down. Like it didn't survive. They just couldn't have Safeways here because there was a Publix across the street. When Dixie was down the street, what Safeway? I've never heard of Safeway. Oh, it's a new supermarket.
They have one I knew that they still had one. Hold on. Wait for it.
Yeah, I put grocery. I looked.
Hold on. They have one.
I looked. One. Go ahead.
Hold
Find
on.
it. Find it for me. They closed it. Find it.
Wasn't there one in Hollywood? They had one.
I did not see one in Hollywood. There was one in Oakland Park, and they shut down because it just the competition. Now there are supermarkets that are unique.
They have a safe. It isn't. It's still there. It's not there anymore.
No, permanently closed. Look right there. I'm telling you, they closed down. They couldn't compete. Yep. And it had 4 point. Like people like that. I unfortunately never got to go there. Like I was dying to go there, and I didn't get to go there.
They still have Western beef though.
Yeah. That one's. Well, it's kind of like they put it in an area that there wasn't that much competition, which is good. Safeway was put in an area where it was right across the street from Publix, right down the street from 3 other stores.
Where is that? Sandalfoot Cove. What
right,
is that?
Exactly. It's so Sandalfoot Western Beef Cove is literally in Boca, off of 441.
Apparently, it's in Sandalfoot Cove. How dare you?
That's Boca, sweetie. I've gone there many times. Anyways, so it's in Boca.
They also have one in Hollywood or Pembroke Pines.
Oh, they opened another one?
It's been there. I think that was the first one that they.
I didn't know that. But yeah, they put so the way that they positioned the store, there wasn't anything around it to compete technically. Not like there was like a Publix, but a Western Beef is kind of like it's unique. It has a giant freezer you walk into. It has this giant bakery you pick your breads from. Safeway was like a Publix or like a Winn-Dixie, so it wasn't
that walk-in freezer though. That was my favorite part of grocery shop when I was younger.
Look, didn't make it. Telling you,
they closed Western Beef and Pines.
Too much competition. Didn't make
it. Now it's just a Broward meat. Oh no.
Hey, happens, man. It's a hungry world
out here. I had a really good phone fixer guy in there. Phone fixer guy. He would fix your. You know me. I break phone screens. He would fix them. One time I found an iPhone, and I dropped it like right as I found it because I was so excited.
Wait, you know what? Now that you say that, I did go to that Western Beef and Pines because I went to go unlock my iPhone there once.
Yeah, they're really good.
You're so right.
Their turnaround is just like so fast. They're just like, oh yeah, just come back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? What? How do you even? I can't even find my screwdriver. I went there once. Minutes.
I went there once. You're right. But anyways, enough about supermarkets and bad, strategies and marketing skills. So have you heard about this? I'm assuming his name is Da Vinci J15.
The guy on YouTube.
Yes, him. Yes. So
the one that's been making predictions since like 2011.
Yeah, since 2011. So he's a guy who initially, or I want to say he was one of the big guys. Who
I literally
made
don't do anything but crypto. Why do I know all this stuff?
I don't know.
That's annoying.
I mean, these are big people. These are big people in crypto.
He's not that. The thing is, he's not that big. Like compared to some of the channels that exist now, like he's not. He just got big, like relative to how crypto is now recently because somebody else like on their channel made a video about how he's been making predictions for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
His videos just got popping now.
Yeah. So apparently he made a new coin or presented a new token, if I'm not mistaken.
Which makes sense because he just got popping now. I don't like that.
Oh, a ranking system. He presented a new cryptocurrency ranking system.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm sorry for disrespecting you, Mr. Da Vinci Man.
Wow. So apparently he published documents providing guidelines for the creation of a cryptocurrency rating system to be used in fundamental analysis. Wow, that caught my attention. I like fundamental analysis.
You sure do.
So apparently he's become popular from a viral video from 2012 talking about characters in Bitcoin, and like you said, somebody recently kind of like shout him out, and basically I should
go outside every once in a while. This is crazy.
What's wrong?
All I do is this crypto stuff. It's crazy.
You're okay.
I need a vacation.
Maybe. But anyways, so let me see here. So apparently the first part of this new system that he's going to make is establishes a general classification of cryptos in groups of 4 tiers. So he's trying to make a 4-tier system. The second part explains the system to give a score on each cryptocurrency adding or subtracting points according to the characteristics. And a third part provides tips for successful crypto trading. Interesting. So I guess if you have a currency.
Where'd you find that? What is that story? I want to pull it up for the people.
It's on ethereumworldnews.com. If you just type in probably his @ name, which is DAVINCIJ15, it'll probably pop up. But the 15 is next to the rest of the name, just one full long name. Yeah, so essentially it looks like if you have a currency, your currency needs to be classified for one of the general groups or tiers. And then from there, depending on what your currency lacks or has, you either add or subtract points. And that will be isn't there like a model that already does that where you add and subtract and that tell you like it's like an efficiency model or something like that?
Math.
No, Tim, not math. Yes, you use math to do this.
So the math then.
Okay, there's some sort of efficiency model that people. Are you okay? Is this okay? What is in this? Like you're acting outlandish today. Like I don't know what's going on.
This stuff is delicious.
Obviously not.
I'm like kind of glad that we don't have like a lot of people because
I think you're a bad co-host. But anyways,
this stuff is delicious.
Jesus,
God, have you seen how much I'm drinking?
I'm canceling Drum Crypto. I can't deal with you. But anyways, so apparently, yeah, I've heard of that. I heard of that. There's a system that uses that where you add or subtract points based off like what it lacks or like what it has, and then apparently you have to provide
Venn diagrams.
Tips. And then apparently you have to provide tips. Dang it.
Hi, Cheryl's here. Hi, Cheryl.
Oh, God, what is wrong with you today? Anyways, so you provide tips to people, probably how to successfully trade your coin or whatever the hint is. So I'm just going to kind of read the first tier to the third. The first tier to the fourth tier. So tier 1, coins are cryptocurrency ranking system. So the cryptocurrency must be in the top 25 in the market capitalization, excluding stable coins. The current cryptocurrency must not be centralized, meaning there is no limits to the number of nodes that it can exist on a network, or the number of nodes increases in some fashion, order, time, or based on usage. Also, it must have a solid marketing and promotion behind it. Okay, so I feel like just based off that first thing I read and kind of like what I picked up before I started reading these, I feel like this is a way for you to analyze a coin a little easier, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I like how it says excluding stable coins.
Right.
That's one of my favorite parts because I don't believe that stable coins should be.
It's like, a stable coin.
Their market cap should not count towards anything.
It's a stable coin.
Like it should, because that money is in crypto, but like it shouldn't be as part of like the top.
Right.
Because you could just print, like some of them just literally just print, like Tether just prints it.
Yeah.
Tether is basically the US dollar of crypto, like literally.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so it looks like you essentially kind of just. I feel like this is just a way to make because when you do a fundamental analysis, you got to read the white paper and everything else, like literally that's on their website that has any information regarding how this coin is going to work and probably do for you. So I feel like this is kind of like a quick how-to probably that could probably help people get through a fundamental analysis a little easier because, okay, so these are under the top 25. The project is interesting and different enough from Bitcoin to stand on its own. These coins must be listed on 5 or more exchanges and working.
Where are we? Number 2?
User
Number 3?
wallets. Okay, so I guess the tier 2 coins. Okay, so I guess on the type of coin that you have would be the type of tier. So like tier 1 coins would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that. Tier 2 coins are gonna be like your XYO kind of thing. Like you have a strong upcoming community. XY is not listed on 5 exchanges yet, but maybe they're a tier 3.
Hold that thought. I think they might be.
Are they? Let's take a look. What exchange are they on? Markets?
I know 3 of them already, and then there's 2 other ones that I haven't used with very low liquidity. Yeah, so they're on Yobit, Bitmart, Ether Delta.
So I guess XYO would be
and Desktop.
considered a tier 2 because they are listed on 5 or more exchanges and working end user wallets.
They do not currently have a wallet.
Ooh. Okay, so not quite XYO.
Wait, so they have to have their own wallet to be considered tier 2? Because Bitcoin doesn't have its own like official wallet. Well, Bitcoin Core is kind of a wallet, but it does more than that.
I suppose. So, I guess. Well, sort of. I get Bitcoin can pass. It started the whole thing. Kind of.
Technically, the NSA started the whole thing.
So then you have tier 3, and the third tier of coins. These cryptocurrencies may have a developer community, even if they are doing nothing at the moment, and have little or no roadmap. Alts fall below 10 million in market cap, but are listed on at least 3 exchanges. Okay, so this would be like Dogecoin.
Ugh.
Basically, like there's nothing that's really happening.
Dogecoin. They don't do anything. They're nothing. It's literally a meme. It was just the first meme that hit cryptocurrency. That's it. That's like if someone remade BitConnect, but just for the lulz.
Just for the lulz. Well, hey, it's still around. It's there.
I'm gonna remake BitConnect because people would buy it. This coin doesn't have any monetary value. It's just here to help you relive the fun times of BitConnect.
Oh my god, I can't. Anyways, tier 4. So tier 4 coins on the cryptocurrency ranking system. Okay, so they are dead, broken chains, or dying coins with no development team working on it. Little community support. With no significant changes to the code based over a year. Also, if the cryptocurrency project with a market capitalization value is less than 1 million, the odds of a turnaround are slim to none. However, if the coin is traded on more than one exchange, pump and dumps will attempt to run this coin up in value, and at one point, profits will be made. Okay, so that is a true story. So if that's the case, that would be a tier 4, and those would be like Max Coin. If you've heard of Max Coin, I want to say those are kind of like most of the dead projects, honestly.
Never heard of that. What is that?
It's a coin that says Max Coin. So I want to say these are kind of like most of the dead projects, kind of like is our coin was KYC legal listed on an exchange? I don't think they got there.
No.
No, so they're just a dead project. So I guess
having issues
I guess it can
stream a little bit.
So it doesn't necessarily say that it has to be listed on exchange for tier 4. It says, however, if this coin is traded on more than one exchange, it can make a profit. So this is one of those things where I guess you could say the dead projects fall under. This is where you bought into an exchange and no one did nothing of nothing and nowhere nothingness. Mm-hmm. That's where tier 4 would be. Like he said, are dead or broken change or dying coins. So that sounds about right. This little tier system, I guess that can analysis can, I guess you could say, tier a coin based off this, and this is kind of just like ranking. Like it just kind of ranks them. Like this is like is your coin a grade A, a grade B, a grade C, a grade C?
So I feel like, and I'm proud of him for this, because sometimes you have to just take the publicity that you get, and just kind of run with it. But so he's kind of doing something similar to what Ian Bellina did. I don't know if you remember Ian Bellina, but like 2017, he was the guy that like made all the money or whatever. Right. And so because he was the guy that made all the money, everybody wanted his opinion on stuff. And so like you can pay him to be like an advisor on your team, kind of like how you can pay McAfee to be an advisor, but like that doesn't really mean anything. You just get to use his name.
Yeah.
So you could pay Ian Bellina to be an advisor. I can see that in his future soon. People are going to be like, oh, he's been right this whole time, so we want him as an advisor. It'll just make our thing look better, which is a true statement. It will make their thing look better.
It will, you're right.
Will the thing actually be better?
Probably not.
Who knows?
I guess if more people jumping on the project, it would be better.
That's true.
If you're actually serious about your project.
Sign in to chat. Won't let me sign in. No big deal there.
So that makes sense, in my opinion.
Dropping a couple frames here.
So I mean that's cool. I like that he did that. So another thing that I've been seeing lately, changing topic real quick, Bitcoin. So most people are talking about that 4K hit.
I will go to TradingView.
Going to TradingView now. On TradingView. Looking at TradingView.
If it starts with Bitfinex again, I don't understand why it does that.
Looking at Bitcoin.
I swear this is only my TradingView. There's no way. I wonder if everyone's does this, where like it only starts on Bitfinex, then you have to come up here, and like I have to change it to,
going
like, let's say Coinbase.
Pulling up prices on Coinbase. Current price of Bitcoin is $4,039.
Okay.
40.
Yeah, we had like a little popper pooper. If I had to call this anything, it's trying to be a bull pennant, but it's not exactly.
Yeah, I see it.
Not exactly being a bull pennant doesn't mean that it's not, because this one wasn't exactly, but it ended up being.
Yeah, it ended up being true.
So, I mean, if you have a week or so to wait, a similar situation could happen, as long as we kind of don't dip too far down. Well, this kind of got almost like right.
So that one right, do you see that that one right there that almost dropped, basically touched basically where that other one is?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
I'm gonna draw some lines and see what happens. I'm curious because I kind of think I might see a pattern, sort of.
Drawing lines now. I should be like a voiceover person.
No, we already have a voiceover person.
Okay, well, number one, that's not what I meant. Number two, I can definitely be my own voiceover in my stuff. But anyway.
So then why did we pay somebody for voiceover work today?
Well, I wanted a male.
Because we're professionals. Good answer.
Wow.
So this is kind of an interesting line. Here's the thing about lines. I'm gonna say this right now so everybody knows. Lines, I mean, they exist everywhere in nature. It's human nature to look for them. So these could be accurate, they could not be accurate, but essentially what I've done is I've used the foghorn. I've used the wicks of all these candles, and I kind of just really quickly slapped a line on there, but it's sort of doing a thing. When we get to the line, something happens, right? We get to the line here, it goes up. We get to the line here, it goes back up again. It goes all way out of whack and comes back down and then touches the line.
that's live. It's not.
I believe we're back.
Looks like we're back online.
I think we're back. Cheryl asked us to say the line thing again. Let me use my super awesome.
Wow, we are very bright.
It's fine.
You're fine. Just kidding. Anyways, so
well, thank you.
Stop it.
So, making lines, it's kind of arbitrary. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of arbitrary. I use wicks. Some people use candle bodies when they make lines. Those are words. What those words mean is, first of all, close the ads. Never click them. Never click them. That's probably where I found XYO. So
shame on you.
So you're looking at a chart right now that has candles. I only use candles when I'm looking at a chart. You can use lines, I guess, to just kind of show you where the price has been, but I like candles because it shows you what the price did during that time. So for example, this is a 60-minute or a 1-hour chart. Each one of these candles represents 60 minutes or 1 hour of time. And so this candle right here, this is all what happened in the span of 1 hour. So we saw the price start here at the bottom and end here at the top of this green candle. And I know that because the candle is green. If the candle were red, I have mine as slime and like some purple color. You can change that to however you want it, but I thought that was cool. So here I know that the price started at the top of this red candle and came down to this bottom part of the red candle, but you can see there's a little wick there. Each one of those wicks is where the price fully went during that time frame, but not where it ended. It ended here during the time frame, so that's a strong indicator of where the price was kind of supposed to be or whatever. And
supposedly.
And then the wicks are where the price like kind of extended, not where the price was like stable. I guess you could think of it in that way. So I use the wicks though because it shows the extremes that people are willing to go no matter where the candle ends or starts. And so here we have two wicks touching, which so happens to correlate with this wick touching and that one and this one kind of almost up here, and you kind of just try to get it as accurate as you can. And as long as you have enough lines on your chart and you can justify words, people go for it. When I look at this, I see patterns like this kind of trails along the bottom or the top. This kind of trails along the bottom. This trailed along the top but kind of got out of whack, and that's why we saw a correction. So, I mean, when I look at it, I see stuff happening, but, you know, to each their own. If I were to take this line and extend it even further, it somewhat sort of tries to correlate with what's going on down here. So that is literally charts. When people tell you they're an expert and they can read the charts and all that stuff, like that's cool and all, but at the end of the day, they're definitely doing sentiment analysis.
They're making lines and putting together numbers.
You're 100% doing sentiment analysis. There's no way that you're gonna tell me any otherwise. Like I refuse to believe it. Like you're if you don't understand people, you don't understand where the money's gonna go regardless. Like these lines that you see here already happened. These lines are not happening right now. So Cheryl's asking, the wick is the blue thing. So no, let me try to where did they go?
So the red and blue things, those are arrows. And then that line, that little red dotted line, that is, what is that? Like a line of median? Like what is that line?
So those are mine. I make them wherever I want to by pressing Alt and H, and it just makes a line. I can make them arbitrarily.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an indicator.
Wherever I want.
Like a personal indicator.
They don't mean anything until you decide that they mean something to you. For me, I use them as support and resistance, but as we can see here, apparently I.
So the wicks are the extension, are the things that are hanging off the candle. So Can you zoom into one of the candles?
I'm gonna just find a picture.
Okay, why not?
Because that would make it easier. Because I have all crazy colors.
Okay, so here's a good picture. Right, so you see that. So that red thing and the green thing, those are candles, and the things that are hanging off of them, the two little black things, those are the highest and lowest buying points that somebody was willing to buy into whatever it is that they were buying, coin, token, doesn't matter. But where you see the candle where it stops, that is the overall, I guess you could say, percentage that it opened and closed at. That's what the bottom and the top of the candle means. So the actual stick is a candle, and the things outside of the candle, the black things, are the wicks.
Right.
They can be any color. You can customize the color. Usually you'll see them in purple. Or not purple. You have them in purple. Usually you'll see them in green and red. As you saw Tim, he had them in purple and slime green, whatever it is. And again, a wick, which are the black things that are hanging off that green candle right there and the red candle, that is the highest amount and lowest amount of money somebody paid during the time frame. So essentially each candle represents a time frame. So if you are looking at a 5-minute chart, each candle represents 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, the price that a coin opened at, let's say Bitcoin, let's say the bottom of the candle there where it says opening price on that green candle, the opening price, let's say it was $3,000. Bitcoin at that 5-minute moment opened up at $3,000 and it closed at $3,500. People were willing to pay under $3,000 and over $3,500 throughout those time periods, which is why those wicks are there. If that makes sense, Cheryl. But that's essentially how you read a candle and what it represents.
I like that.
So
whoever taught you about all this stuff, that's all I gotta say about that.
You're very welcome, Cheryl.
That's all I gotta say about that. Must be a really good looking guy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, there was several, but thank you. Cheers.
Anyways,
so
whoever had the most lasting impact.
Anyways, so that's essentially how you read a candle. Candles are much more easier to read, I'd say, than a line graph.
They give you so much information.
They do.
Packed into the same space.
They do. It's lines are confusing. I'm not gonna lie. The line charts where it just has that straight line and you see things going on.
How do I even?
You can't. It doesn't look as nice as this.
That's
like,
nothing.
look at that.
I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, you can't tell.
How do I trade that?
You can't tell as much information as you can with a candle because you don't know the most somebody buys someone at and when it closed and. Candles with wicks are just kind of a easier way to get a full grasp of everything because it tells you, hey, this is how much it went up. This is how much somebody was willing to buy for it. This is how much they were willing to buy it at a low, at a high. It gives you more information so that way you can kind of get a better feel for when to jump in. Because if you just have a line that tells you, hey, I sold at somebody bought in at $3,867. And then the next line is somewhere out. Like, you can't tell if there was a high, if there was a low, if there's any possibility of you getting it at that price again. It doesn't give you that much information. Like, when you see the line, when it's trading, when you see the line, go to the 1 minute chart so they can see like what it looks like. It's just like, it's like a line going like this, and you can't tell. And I mean, man, it's just strange. It's just strange. Like, for the candle, we'll show you what that looks like. If Tim zooms in on the candle. Yep. Where is it? Where's the candle?
Which one?
Like the current one. Like, you're going backwards.
For the 1 minute for right now?
Yeah, for like right now. Like right now. Okay, so for the 1 minute chart, you see that you see how the body of the candle itself is moving until it hits that minute. And you can kind of tell the high, the low. You get more information out of this. Now, if you look at the 1 minute line, Tim,
can you give me a second? Jeez.
Sorry, guys, it's a little
the words
slow.
You're saying.
So you just see the line going up and down like that, and it's just a line going like this.
So
like, it doesn't.
For this, what I would be able to add is like this section right here. When you're looking at like literally the 1 minute chart right now, does not have as much information for me to read. Like, I don't really know what the price direction is doing.
Right.
It's
just the line is just literally going like this.
Yeah,
like,
compared to if I'm looking at a candle, I know that it was flat during this minute, and then over here the price like exploded for whatever reason right after it opened, but came back down to reality. This candle is the same. Technically, the whole thing is the same height as the one before it. but it opened and closed in basically the same spot,
right,
and had the same kind of price fluctuations.
Right.
That tells me a lot more than what this is not really telling me. This isn't really telling me the same thing.
Yeah, and this one doesn't really tell you if it's positive, if it's a negative, if you're making gains, losses. It's just one solid color. The candles give you more information because you got 2 colors to choose from. Either you're in the red or you're in the green. There's only 2 options there. So candles are definitely the way to go for that reason. Yeah, but I mean, to each his own. If you don't feel comfortable trading on something else, it's not recommended personally by me or any expert traders. You don't see expert traders using line charts. I promise you.
No, you really don't.
I promise you, no, none of them are using line charts. Most of them use candles.
Some
of them use the Asian one, the hollow ones, the hollow candles. I've seen those.
So there's a few other like different kinds.
Yeah,
of,
those I've seen people use those.
This is almost the same thing. It just kind of flows. I guess you could
it has
say,
a more
little bit nicer.
flowy look to it.
Some people use bars, which like you're a madman if you use these. I can't see anything other than like literally like a city, like a cityscape when I look at these. It does look
like a little cityscape.
Like I can't do it. Some people use these. Essentially, it's the same thing as a candle. You'll have your little
you just have a line
that come off the side or whatever. So I mean, if you like those, if you like the simplicity of it, go for it. But again, candles. Or if you like the hollow candles, go for hollow candles, what have you. But yeah, I use these. And on TradingView, it's awesome. When you sign up for TradingView, you get to change your colors and all sorts of stuff. You get to add your different indicators that you like. I kind of add my indicators and remove them as I go. I don't keep a solid thing. I was really into the itchy clouds for a while. I still am. So like before I actually like trade, like I'll throw my itchy clouds back on there. That's like super advanced though. I'm not gonna. Today is not the day for that. To that right now. To that right now.
Yeah, those are a little more advanced. You gotta do some manual setups with it. Yeah. And then you kind of have to understand how it works. It's not super hard, but you do have to. You will need lines and arrows. You're gonna need lines and arrows. It looks a little strange when it kind of pulls up. I don't know if Tim's gonna pull up or not, but
I want to put it on just to like have it on, but
Did you click it?
I did, in fact.
Oh, I don't think it. Maybe it doesn't like you.
I don't know what it was giving me before.
Now it's giving you nothing. Yeah, maybe just. Oh, there it is. So it looks like that.
I take off some stuff. I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of details here, but I take off the lagging span and plots, and I just leave lead 1 and lead 2. Can't really see it. I usually change the color so it's more vibrant. I'm gonna actually do that right now. Okay, so the way it works is if you kind of see what it literally is just the chart ahead of itself, and so it'll price action kind of tends to follow itself, and so I guess whenever you're underneath a red line you can expect the price to continue falling, and then whenever you're above a green line, the price is supposed to continue going up,
rising until you hit that line again and it falls under.
The settings right now are not right. 926 5226 is not the right settings.
Not for crypto anyways.
Right. I'll give those to you guys later. I'll probably do a blog post about it tomorrow or something like that, how to get your itchy cloud set up for crypto. But essentially the way these settings are here is for like the Forex markets or the stock market where it closes every once in a while, whereas crypto is 24/7, so you have to change it a little bit. Like these become 30s and this is like a 12 or something like that. I have it written down somewhere, my specific settings, but very advanced, but it's a really, really great indicator along with the pivot reversal. I love my pivot reversal, not gonna lie.
Yes. Definitely. If you guys ever struggle with any of these indicators, or I don't know if you guys actively trade, but if you guys ever struggle with indicators or have questions about indicators, make sure to ask us on bitsanddokens.com because we can definitely help you with that.
It's so bright. What happened?
Yeah, I told you that. I told you we were very bright.
It's very bright.
Yeah, we're almost albino. Yeah, your face. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, but it's okay. For the most part.
I feel like pulling white balance. This is crazy.
Yeah. So probably for the most part. I mean, we kind of pretty much summed up most of our stories here. Was there anything else you wanted to cover tonight?
I'm gonna speed through the last couple.
Oh, we have one more?
We did Ledger. We did the Singapore. So cryptocurrency to you, I know one of the words that you would use in describing like why you like crypto is going to be decentralization.
Yes.
One of my favorite parts of crypto as well is the decentralization aspect. And that comes with not only being decentralized, but being censorship resistant. So Coinbase, the obviously large, huge platform, transition us here. Coinbase has opted to remove Gab.com. It's basically a social network that a lot of like crazy people were on. I think they had like a serial killer or something at one point. So like,
what?
Here's the thing. And you have to hear me out on this, right? In order for something to be truly decentralized, truly open, truly censorship free, these are kind of the things that you're gonna have to accept.
That's true.
You need to understand, right? If I go to prison for like something stupid or whatever, like no one's gonna care about me. If I go to prison for like crazy like murder, like axe murder, if I was a serial killer, you know how many girls would write to me? Like it's crazy. Like all these crazy serial killers have like really like a fan club.
Yeah, I've heard
of that. And like girls that like really like want to like they get married in prison all the time. Like
oh my God.
I have a friend, like one of my best friends, like she really is into like serial killer documentaries, and you should see her face. Like it's crazy. Like some people really like that. So like
it's crazy. Wow.
I get into that to say like this website Gab.com, they were getting funding through Coinbase. Like you could like donate to them or like send them money or whatever through Coinbase. Coinbase cut them off because of all the controversy around them. So that is that's one story.
Gab.com.
Yeah.
Gab.
So
what does Gab even mean?
Even their domain provider and I guess their servers or whatever, those
free
people.
Speech, individual liberty, and free flow to information online are welcome.
So what you have to remember when it says all are welcome, that means that some crazies are going to be there, and you can't get offended at the crazies for having followers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's not their fault that someone likes their message. Regardless if that person is really going to act on it or not, if that person likes their message, that's not that person's fault. You know what I mean? So so Coinbase didn't like that. Coinbase said no. I feel like there was one other story that I had, but I might have closed it. Well, I guess that might be the last one for now.
I'm going to sign up for Gab.com just to see that. Probably do a little review on it. See, talk about it a little bit. That's interesting.
You like talking about spicy stuff.
I do like talking about spicy stuff. That's interesting. Gossip. Look at this guy who I found. He murdered his mom.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
That'd be crazy. That would literally be crazy.
I'm laughing at her. I'm not laughing at mom murder, by the way. Just want to put that out there. I don't want the people to think I'm crazy like you are.
Somebody has a username Anna Banana. I'm not surprised.
Hello. That's like the first one that goes.
What about Annalise the Beast? Do you think that's taken? That sounds a little vulgar. I can be whatever I want on here.
That sounds like, I don't know, like Comic-Con or something.
Annalise the Beast. Invalid. Can I use underscores?
Well, I think that wraps up Drunk Crypto, because there's a lot happening to my left. You guys might see it as my left.
I'll do a review on this. I'll definitely do a review on this. Let you guys know how that goes. Let you know what I see because I'm excited. That's cool. I can't wait to see this. Anyways, thanks you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time on. Oh, wait. Am I gonna see you guys on Thursday?
I don't.
Fun
think so.
fact. I will be in another country for a week. I'll be in the Dominican Republic. Maybe.
So any Dominican ICOs that want to get interviewed,
I'm gonna see what I can find out there. Honestly,
okay.
I don't know if you know. So it's a developing country, of course. So may not find.
Con salami, you know.
Oh Jesus Christ. But you know, it's a developing country, so might not find as much as I'd want, but I definitely want to see what's out there. So you guys are just gonna have Tim.
I have people
for
out
like
there.
a week.
I have some people out there.
You're gonna have Tim for a week. He'll be your main host, and maybe our pupper may join. But make sure to check us out on bitsandtokens.com.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do Drunk Crypto all by myself. That would look super lonely.
Yeah, you'd have the pupper with you.
He's not gonna drink though, like that much.
He doesn't have to drink.
He's not gonna drink that much.
I think he'll be okay.
All right. Well, anyways, we're actually going to go ahead and get on out of here. Hope you folks enjoyed this episode of Drunk Crypto. Don't forget to go to bitsandtokens.com and bitsandtokens.com/shop to get you some apparel and or help when you need it most.